Now, I prefer Omowore to be 27 candidate where Nigeria will run behind, just the same way we kill against Peter Obi in 2023. Omowore will do far better than Peter Obi. Now Peter Obi have the integrity, nobody is against for him, but does he have what it takes? Look at this Okonkwo. Okonkwo left to Peter Obi. He said, no, I cannot work for you anymore. You are not type of politicians that you work for. If you want to be a politician, be a politician. If you want to be a pastor, be a pastor. Nigeria politics is hijack it and run with it. That is what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did in 2023. He hijacked the election and he ran with it. And today he's the president of Nigeria. So Peter Obi does not have what it takes to run, to adjust Nigeria elections and run with it. So for me, why will Nigerians, why will the Igbos that are going to watch this video, why will you risk your life for Peter Obi? Look at, as I speak to you, after that general election in Lagos, we saw what happened to the Igbos in Lagos because of the hatred, because they see that during that election, a lot of Igbos queued behind the Peter Obi, and after that election, the relationship between the Igbos and the Yoruba have failed because of Peter Obi, and Peter Obi could not deliver. So for me, I don't think any Igbo man in Lagos, any Igbo man in Nigeria will want to take that risk. Knowing fully that Peter Obi will also fold his hands, allow the result to be stolen from him. So for me, Omowore should be the man we look up to.
So, but do you ever think that the Igbos will ever be given a chance to be in a job? Some people are saying that there is a plan by the Fulanis and the Yorubas not to allow the Igbos to become president. Do you agree with that opinion?
Let me tell you, Mr. Moderator, the Igbos does not even need presidency. God has given the Igbos what they need to survive. That's why you see over decades now, Igbos have not had time to rule in Nigeria, but yet they are the most successful tribe in Nigeria, in Africa. They are not a president. So the reason why you now see that is glamoring, even the people who are championing for Igbos to be president is not even Igbo. The middle belt, the people who felt that the Yorubas and the Hausa, they cannot do it, they are taking Nigeria backward, are the one that is championing that Igbos are the only alternative Nigeria have. And let's see what they can bring to the table. Now, Peter Obi does not have it. If we have any other Igbo man who have the action, who have the capacity, who have what it takes to hijack it and run with it, definitely we will support that person, but not Peter Obi any longer.
So you are saying that you are not supporting Peter Obi any longer. What do you think that Peter Obi can do now to change your mind that may make people like you to say yes, we can choose behind you once again?
For me, there is nothing Peter Obi can do to me now, but you cannot give what you cannot give what you don't have. Check the antecedent of Peter Obi history. Peter Obi is not a criminal politician like others. Take only if in your area there is a criminal, there is a thief. You discover the community know that this person is a criminal. All they do is that they hand over the security of that community to that person. I will tell you, there will not be anything like stealing in our community. So Obian is too clean. Obian is too good. He don't want to fight anybody. He don't want to step on people's toes. How can he win election in Nigeria? He cannot. So allow somebody who knows the game like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has been with them, who is dining with them, to come and wrestle power with these old cargoes. And the person, I know, let's put tribe aside, the person who can wrestle power from these old takers who have taken Nigeria as their personal property is Omowore. He has the capacity, he has the strength to wriggle power from these old takers.
There's a lot of thoughts who say that Omowore may be working for the APC. Do you agree with that?
Omowore is not working for APC. Omowore is a leader that I can be proud of. That if Nigeria kill against this young man the way they kill against Peter Obi, we will chase all those old takers away from power. Those old takers that they have taken Nigeria as their property, they are leaving, they will bring their son to replace them. Look at what happened in Edo State, where Osomole has to bring his son to be a commissioner. So these are the things we are talking, and there is an allegation now that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu might bring his son to be a governor of Lagos State. So we need a man who will chase these old takers away, and the only person we have right now is Omowore. So I advise Nigerians, let's keep behind this young man and see this young man can chase these old takers away from power in 2027.
But do you think that even Omowore, do you think that he has that integrity and he has that wide following like Peter Obi that make people to queue behind him.
I have told you, Omore Sowore does not have any regard for anybody. Omore Sowore does not have any respect, and that's why you see that people are not queuing behind him. But we need a man who will look into your face and prosper that whoever you are, whether you be Oba, whether you be anything that are destroying this country, look into their eye and tell them the truth. That is what Burkina Faso is enjoying now. Look at Burkina Faso right now. The world wants to borrow their money. The young man says they don't need money. They have what it takes to take care of them. So Omore Sowore is the man 2027 that will chase all those old takers away so that Nigeria can reclaim their glory.
There's a bad news coming from this morning on the major airlines this morning. We say that over 13 million Nigerians are hungry. What are your opinions about that this morning? Over 30 million Nigerians are very hungry and they are being pushed into poverty. What do you have to say about that?
Of course, that news is more than 30 million. People that are going to fall into the class of poverty this year might be going to 20 million. As I speak to you, I told you on this channel that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Buhari has eliminated rich. We only have the wealthy people and the poor people. There's nothing like rich anymore.
Middle class.
No middle class anymore, because if you see a big man, a rich man before, he has 3 cars in his compound, he cannot drive anyone to work. It's entry public bus because of the cost of the fuel. Now the wealthy people are the politicians, the Dangotes. The poor people, the middle class, now everybody, we are not in the same level. We are struggling to eat 2 square meals in a day. So have it at the back of your mind. With this one, Tinubu is increasing tax every day by day. Look at these telecommunications now, they have increased their VAT. Everybody is increased. SME is gradually dying in Nigeria. So why would millions of Nigeria will not fall into that poverty? This is so more than that 30 million is going to fall beyond that poverty.
But President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said that the president is performing well, and Nigerians are going to see the impact of the reforms that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing. Do you think that there will be lights and a tunnel for Nigerians with the way President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing this reform, or you think again that these are just mere propaganda?
Of course, when you listen to this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cabinet, you will know that they are all deceiving themselves. Of course, I won't blame them, because you cannot criticize where you are eating from. Okay, look at it. The Bible says if the foundation is being destroyed, what can the righteous do? The righteous has to destroy that foundation and redo the foundation so that when you build a magnificent building, the building can start. I can't tell you now I build a foundation of just a 2-bedroom flat, and I will tell you I want to build a 3-story building. It's not possible. If I try it will collapse. I tell you, let me push it to you. We understand the antecedent of Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he was a governor of Lagos State. All he do is that he will please some set of people. That is all he do. How he plays politics. So Nigerians should not put mind that at the end of the tunnel, that at the end of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu 4 years, we are going to enjoy. There's something like enjoyment. It's only few people that will enjoy his government, and that is his policies.
So now we are closing now, but what is the future for Nigeria? China and the US are competing for AI. India is going into the moon. And Nigeria got independence in 1960, India 1945. Do you think that this country has a bright future? Or again, you think that maybe everyone should go their separate ways is the best opinion?
Okay, before you even end that story, I told you I'm from Middle Belt. I am in support of splitting this country. I said it before President Bola Ahmed Tinubu emerged as a president. I said it that even if you bring an angel to rule this country, you cannot do anything different. The only thing you can do in this world, in this country, split this country or you restructure this country. That is the only alternative you can do to succeed in this country. Aside from that, you cannot achieve anything. Tinubu will just come and waste our 8 years, just like the same way God gives Southwest a piece. Southwest Yoruba, we know how to tolerate them, but this time around that they try to overstretch our tolerance. Then crisis is very, very imminent, and if proper care is not taken, if we don't teach this thing with a careful mind, honestly thinking, what we'll be hearing in the Southwest, it will be very shocking. And I don't pray for such, but it's beyond prayer. It's for everybody to open our eyes, because if you allow Fulani to come and take over this place and subject Yoruba race to Fulani, their own children also will serve.
Look at what happened in Ilorin. Because of over desperation to claim a particular land, you went ahead to invite a Fulani man and you lose your head, you lose the crown. The same thing is coming. That throne that only will sit down upon, and he think that it is his own lineage that will be coming there. The day Fulani came and took over, his own grandchildren will serve Fulani. If only one is myopic and short-sighted, the way he's going, if they allow Fulani to take over that throne, his own son, they will serve as a slave under Fulani. That Oba of Ede that went to lead out for Fulani, if they allow Fulani to take over Nigeria, their own grandchildren will suffer.
But the question is, why does it seem that the Yorubas are always afraid or always wanting to do the biddings of the Fulanis in Nigeria?
It sounds like that, but I don't want to agree that we always work in the respect of Fulani. One of the first story that the first relationship that we have, it was relationship of Afanja and Alimi, the jihadists in Ilorin. That one, it was because of a greedy of Afanja and over ambition. That's why he invited Fulani, and since then Fulani has infiltrated Yoruba land. Now after that one, they make another attempt to expand their conquest. They want to expand their conquest. Thank God we were able to stop them. But Fulani, they are relentless enemy. They never rest, very restless and unforgiving, and they don't forget. So looking for another way to execute their agenda, they are using Islam. And who are the people that they want to use? They are myopic Muslim in the southwest that prefer to subject Yoruba into Fulani oligarchy rather than for us to stand on our own. So me, I'm not kind of person that will say Yoruba always agree with Fulani. No, it's Akeredolu not Yoruba. Akeredolu is a Yoruba man. Akeredolu say no to influence of Fulani. Is Sunday Igboho not a Yoruba? Sunday Igboho is a Yoruba man. The war that we fought with them in the 18th century, was it Igbo man that fought with us? It is Yoruba. So there is no way you will not see some stupid people. Some people through Islam that want to be bound for Fulani. But despite that, we have seen some wise Muslims that are saying that, see, I'm going to defend my fatherland before I defend Islam. An attempt to defend Islam is an attempt to subject yourself to Fulani. Some Muslims that are wise. Let me tell you, to tell you that religions has not conquered or finished, it still remains. Remember what Obasanjo just said, that although I am a Christian, but anybody that thinks Orunmila does not exist is a fool. To tell you that some people, despite that we find ourselves in this place, some people they are still reasoning as a Yoruba man. We are still being able to reason. So I don't want to agree that Yoruba has always been boy to Fulani, or that we always welcome everything that Fulani do. Do you know the challenge of Yoruba? Challenge of Yoruba is that we are too docile. If we don't see something that is pursuing us, we don't usually prepare, we don't proact, we only react, and we have forgotten that we have an enemy that doesn't rest, an enemy that doesn't forget, an enemy that wants to overrun us. So we like to relent and being docile, eating and drinking until we see danger coming. That's when we rise up. When we see danger coming now, people are rising up. Look at newspaper yesterday. Now, almost every hands are now on deck. Raising of 2,000 Amateku, though people have been complaining that they may not be enough, but it's a step. Employing of another 1,000 Amateku from Abeokuta, Ogun State is another step. So I will never agree that Yoruba has always been agree with Fulani or be boy with Fulani. We know them as our enemy, and how we dine with them, we know. That's my thing.
Then as we are closing now, what do you think that Yorubas leaders should do, because today on the newspapers, Sharia law be rejected by Afenifere, by CAN in Yoruba land. What do you think that Yoruba leaders should do to avoid a religious war in Yoruba land?
All of us, we have, as an individual, we have to calm down and reason that if we allow Fulani oligarchy to cause religious crisis in the southwest, all of us, we are going to partake in it. All of us, we are going to reap the fruit of crisis. You know, if you labor, you eat the fruit of your labor. You can also eat the fruit of the trouble you cause. That is the issue. We see what Sharia has brought to them in the north. If Yoruba like something like that, if Yoruba like Lakurawa, if Yoruba like Boko Haram, if Yoruba like Iswap to be established, they should go ahead. But I know that if the thing, when Lakurawa is being established in Southwest, it's only Christian that will pop it in their life. Because when they were first started, when Boko Haram started in the Borno, it was Christian. Now, they don't know whether you are a Christian or you are a Muslim, and I pray, and I will continue to pray that anybody that hosts Lakurawa or cover Lakurawa or cover any terrorist group in the southwest,